All right, happy Thursday, happy payday. So this week we made a big shift in our team as far as the chat pods go. And I hope that this feels good for everybody, based on the decision that you made for the chat pods. So I'm still working on consolidating our Next Stop Diamond and Next Stop Emerald chat pods. That's going to be one giant chat pod that's just our team family for me to do things like this, like team call, here's the link, or whatever, any big team things. But, in each of those chat pods, you were told last week that there is a new chat pod kicking off for those who want a higher level accountability in their business. And this is because Nicole and I had done a lot of talking, and we were talking about like what really drove success early in our businesses. And, for me in my wellness journey, it was because I was doing a program with somebody else. It's because I was checking into a group. It's because I was sharing my nutrition log, right? Like I was doing all of those things. And that's why I stuck to it like I did. That's why I got results like I did. The business is the same way, right? Of course, we know what to do. Everyone knows what to do. Sign people up, right? Piece of cake. But if you don't have somebody who's checking in on you, who's asking if you're doing the work, if you don't have a space to say, I'm doing all the things, then are you actually going to do them? Like that level of accountability is what's going to drive your business to the next level. So that's really the intention of pulling those people out of the chat pod. It's not to say that you're not welcome on this team. You're not, going to get the love on this team if you're not in that chat pod. It just means you don't want to be bombarded with daily tasks and, things to really propel your business forward. So you can also move between either of those chat pods at any time. So everyone who's in the elevated chat pod is also going to be in the family chat pod. They're not going to miss anything. And if you ever decide you want to work the business more and you want more accountability, you actually want to build an income, you can jump into that chat at any time. The only requirements to be in that chat is that you're in there daily. There isn't any rank, there isn't any Success Club points. It's literally just being in there every day saying, here's what I'm working on, or I'm not working today, here's why. You're not required to work this business 365 days a year in order to be successful. We wouldn't expect that of you. Nicole went in that chat pod this week and talked about how she was going to front load her week so that with the holiday weekend, she could take a few days like off essentially and not really do a lot of the work behind the scenes. And that's okay, right? Nobody's expecting you to use your Memorial Day sitting in front of a computer for hours and hours. That's what the beauty of this business is that you can do it in pockets and you can do it around your own schedule. But you just have to be in that chat pod regularly so that you are using it in a way to hold yourself accountable, to move your business forward, to actually make an income. This business is one that you can think you're doing all the things until you actually start to track it. And then you realize like, oh, I haven't actually sent an invite all week. Well, it's going to be hard for you to hit Success Club if you're not inviting daily, right? So that's what the goal of this chat pod is. So we also are going to host very specific special calls in that chat pod. So we just had one prior to this meeting that was both based on planning out June. And I'm not going to reiterate that here because if you are somebody who wants to move your business forward, you probably want to be looking ahead at the month and marketing it. If you don't want to do that, then you probably weren't part of that call and you probably don't care about it. So I'm not going to repeat it here. If you need to hear it again, and you do want to, you're, like I said, if you're ready to grow your business, and let's get you in that chat pod. But that was the big shift, the big change this week. We're really going to just focus like head down on getting to work and doing the work and doing the things, inviting to the things and getting excited about them. This business is so simple that sometimes I think like so simple that we forget to just go do the work, right? Get yourself results, go tell people about it, invite them to do it with you, sign them up, help them get results, rinse and repeat. That's it. That's it. It's so simple. The new challenge is to go find 12 people. So that's your focus, like to go find 12 people who want to go do this with you, 12 people who are ready to make a shift. So really start to think about, it's May 23rd. June is creeping. Memorial Day is coming. I think it's really time to start promoting your June boot camp. So what are you going to invite to? What are you inviting to for June? And, I've been inviting to what feels like the same thing for months, like a different name, but essentially come work out with me. You'll learn nutrition, you'll get accountability, right? Like I'm not really marketing it in any new way. So I've decided to shift focus for June and invite to nutrition only. So the focus is going to be solely nutrition. The requirement's going to be Shakeology to get in there. And, they're going to have access so they can access the Portion Fix documents. So it's not like they can't have body, right? Like they have to have body access in order to get the Portion Fix workouts, get the container plans, get the what do you call it? The food groups and all the foods that are in part of the food groups and all that thing. I'm going to reference in that group. I'm actually going to run like a Facebook group for this one, like not just a chat pod, because I don't want them to lose the content. I'm actually going to reference drop your Shakeology flavor, and then I'm going to share the cookbooks, right? The I love vanilla Shakeology, I love Snickerdoodle Shakeology. So they have all those recipes, so we can recipe share the different shakes that they're trying. And that's going to be my focus for June. So something totally different. I'm opening it up to my current clients. I'm opening it up to, the world essentially. I have just shared about it in my stories a little while ago. I'm opening 25 spots. For some of you that might feel like a little or a lot or whatever, but for me, 25, including my new people, feels like a safe number. And it's a good way for me to get current people recommitted to their goals. It's a good way for me to draw in hopefully some new eyes and new attention by kind of shifting that focus to nutrition. I do hear people saying right now, like it's summertime, I'm more active with my kids, I get outside more, I walk more. I think people think that they can go to YouTube and do a workout and see results, which is fine if they are doing it correctly. I just was somebody who needed a little bit more structure than a YouTube workout. And it's okay if that's where they're starting and they think that that is enough for them. My goal is that, if I can get them really feeling good with nutrition, and then they really start to pay attention to the workouts I'm following, that's an easy addition because they already have the access at that point. So that's the direction I'm heading. So just think about, maybe there's a different way, something you want to focus on for June instead of, if you were like me and you felt like you were doing the same things over and over, like there's a way to shift that. And then for July, I'm planning to do the new Body Lava program. So that's like a power yoga. It's 20 minutes a day and no equipment. And that's exactly how I'm marketing it. Like, that was how I started, was 20 minutes a day, no equipment, because I was traveling all over the world and I didn't have any time. I didn't have any equipment at home, like all the things. So that's how I'm going to market that program. That's going to be my marketing for July. So wanted to get you kind of the next 2 months of what my plan is. You're always welcome to do with me what I do, right? Like you're always welcome to invite to what I'm inviting to. You're always invited to do my groups with me. Or if you want to do a spin on your own and you've got a thing going, like you're welcome to do that too. But you're always welcome to do whatever I do. I would never expect any of my partners, unless you are 2-star and above, I would never expect you to do your own groups, your own boot camps, any of that stuff. You're welcome to do everything I'm doing. That's why I share it. Body Lava launches on June 27th or 28th. I can't remember. It's right in that very last week of June. So I'm planning to start at the first week of July. Is my plan. So July 1st is a Monday. I'll probably actually wait and start July 8th. I'm not sure anybody's going to want to start a program going into a holiday weekend, especially for new people. Obviously it doesn't change anything for me or my lifestyle. Like I'm still going to work out and eat healthy and do the things, but I believe it's a 6 or 8 week program. I can't remember which one it was. It's not a 3-week body block. It's like 6 or 8 weeks. So it doesn't really screw things up, as far as like the body period, the block periodization timing, because of the length of that program. So that will kind of be July and August, depending on if it was 6 or 8 weeks, because I can't really remember. But that will be July and August. And then I'll probably spin into a back to school, back to you type boot camp for like get back into routine. Here's what I would do. Here's how you get into routine as your kids go back to school for September. So that's kind of the plan going forward. So we talked about in the Discipline Dreamers call that there's a free group going next week. So I'm working to get that open today as well. So you can start adding people to that. So it's a 5-day challenge and it's one challenge a day. So for the first 4 days, right? Like we're going to focus on water one day. We're going to focus on 4 cups of veggies one day. We're going to focus on getting in a workout one day. I can't remember the other one. And then on Friday, there's going to be this like bonus challenge. Do all of them. Hit your water goal, get your veggies, get a workout in, and then be entered for a prize, right? So we're going to do a giveaway on Friday. And then because of the way the timing works, Friday is the 31st. So you can use that as a hot man rally to lock in Success Club, right? Group is done. Here's my enrollment. You can send them all a private message like, you know, today only I'm giving away free supplements. If you want to keep going with this, you can purchase your access and I'll, you know, throw in free supplements for a month, for the next month. If you want to do my insert whatever group you're doing for the following month. Or if you're already at your Success Club goals and you want to use that to propel you forward in June, then you can just let Friday ride out as they complete their challenge. And then Saturday go in with a cleanup message because that then will be June 1st, right? Like, all right, enrollment is open. We start Monday. Are you ready to do it with me? So the way that free group ends, you can use it to hit your business goals wherever you are. So I don't want you to feel like I can't invite to a free group because I haven't hit Success Club, because you can literally use the free group to hit Success Club. So that's kind of my thoughts behind all of that. I definitely would still be inviting to your June boot camp. And then if they tell you no or have any hesitations, then you can swoop in with a free group. Like, here's an opportunity for you to do something for absolutely free and no commitment and just check it out and see what you think. So that will be there. It's going to be open for you to invite to. And then I can figure out exactly what that 4th day was, because I don't really remember. Yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns about any of, you know, my program plans or what I'm inviting to or what you're inviting to or your messaging? Or, I mean, if you guys are in Jamie's, like the team page, there is massive success happening right now, like massive success. People are hitting diamond in like weeks. People are hitting emerald in days. People are hitting, you know, 4-star and 3-star, like people are hitting massive ranks. There is momentum. So don't tell yourself that times are slow or things aren't happening. That is like a false narrative that you're giving yourself and, you know, kind of blocking yourself from success. Lean into the success that is happening right now on that team page on what's possible for you too. If you get a no response inviting to a group, should you follow up still with the free group? Absolutely. I like to like address their pain point, right? So you really got to understand why they're saying no. Like, no problem if that feels like a little bit pricey for you. Here's an opportunity for you to just check it out for free, kind of get those habits built. And this will be an easier way for you to make sure that it's worth your investment before you commit, right? If it is, I don't really have time right now for that, no problem. Here's a free group and we're just going to focus on one thing a day. If it all feels like too much and you don't have time for nutrition and for fitness, this group is going to help you just focus on one task a day. So hopefully that feels better. Friday, there'll be a bonus by then if you're feeling up for it. If not, and you just want to focus on the one thing, like that's okay too. Get no response, not a no, but just a ghost. If people ghost you and they don't respond at all, then I come back in like the next day, in this scenario. So if I was inviting people this last week and they haven't ghosted me at all, or I'm inviting people today and they're not they're ghosting me, tomorrow I would come in and say, hey, I know you didn't get a chance to respond yet. I get it. You're probably swamped like I am with the end of the school year. I just wanted to share, I do have a free group kicking off on Monday, and I thought this might be the perfect way for you in this crazy busy season to just get a taste of what the groups are like without any commitment. Would that be, could I send you the link? Would that be something you'd be interested in? And you can see how that takes the pressure off them, right? Like we automatically assume that because we're so sensitive, like we're such sensitive beings, that we assume when somebody ghosts us that they're automatically not interested. They think we're crazy. They don't know why I invited them. They're thinking negative thoughts. That's not true. Do you know how many messages I read and I just forget to respond, or I'm in the middle of something and then they go super, I mean, like I get so many messages that they get really far down my list and now they're not like visible for me anymore. So I have to like scroll to go find them, and it doesn't always happen, right? So that could be the case for somebody else. Or it, you know, you could be inviting them and in the back of their head, they're like, man, I really need this. I don't know. They probably have a hesitations. Like they probably have an objection in the back of their head somewhere, and they're just too afraid to even have that conversation with you. So when you come in with that type of a response, you've acknowledged that yes, they're busy and they haven't had time to really get to it. And you're giving them an opportunity to then open up to you about what their hesitation is. That's your goal, is to understand what their objection is so that you can help address that. So coming in with a free group hopefully gives them an opportunity to respond. If they don't respond to your free group, I do the exact same thing, right? Like I would let this roll, and then when I'm ready to kick off my June group, or if I haven't invited them to that yet, I'd come back in like, hey, I know we still didn't get to connect last month when, you know, we talked about that free group or in some of the other stuff. This month I'm hosting a nutrition only. I didn't know if that was a better feel for you, you know, kind of letting the workouts go to the side and we'll just focus on nutrition, right? So you can see how every month, when it's something different that you're inviting to, as far as a free group or your boot camp or the mentorship, right? Like you can still get an invite in there. You know, the following month, maybe I go to the business opportunity. Like, hey, I know that we haven't done a program yet together. I didn't know if maybe going all in with the business side of it would be more helpful. You could help people get started, get your money back right away, you know. So you can see, like, the right invite will happen, that you will get a yes from the right person at the right time. So you have to just kind of accept that, you know, it's not you, it's not your timing, it's all in their timing. And it's your boot camps at the right time that feel right for their lifestyle. Something will click eventually. That's why we change it up every month. That's why we do different things. That's why we have free groups and mentorships and programs and all the things. Because it keeps your messaging fresh, it keeps your invites fresh, it keeps you excited, and you have something new to invite to. If you just kind of roll with, come do the body library with me, it's like the Netflix of workouts. It's so cool. You can see how it gets just like redundant and dry. It's such a cool platform, but you can just focus on one little tiny piece each month and get re-excited and ignited about that. And then eventually it will click with the right person. Any other questions?
I have a question. Um, as we're like, for those of us that are going to Summit, as we're like getting close, what's your plan to like really hype up Summit? Are you just gonna like talk about how you're gonna go, or like what's your plan around Summit hype?
So I've already kind of started. I shared your post and talked about the relationships that I've made in this business and how I can't wait. And then I put like a summit countdown. So I'm going to start increasing that duration more as we get closer to summit, right? So, you know, like once every month I'll mention summit, and then once every week I'll mention summit. And now that we're getting closer, it'll probably be like once every couple of days or then every day, and just talking about different things. So as my tank top comes in, right? Like I ordered the Be the Light tank top for summit. So like when that comes in, I'll share it and I'll put the summit countdown. And then as we start to like talk about something in the chat pod as far as like outfits or plans or something, like I'll probably put that out there to talk about like how we're starting to like show pieces that it's real and that we're actually going to be in person together and that we're getting excited to like travel together. I'll probably share my story of my first summit and like what that was like and what that experience was like and why summit is so important. And, you know, probably another day share how I hate leaving my kids so much, but like why I choose to do this when I would rather not go anywhere for my corporate job, right? Like my corporate job wants me to travel. Why am I choosing to travel now and be away from my kids? Like why I think this trip is so important. So I'll probably start to share that stuff just more often the closer we get.
Okay. Thank you. That's probably a dumb question. I
No,
just am kind of brain dead. So
no, I get it.
thank you.
Where will the free group info be posted for us to share? So I don't have any info yet. I'll drop it in the chat pod at once I have the link to the group. And as far as like graphics and stuff, as I create them, I can send them. Or if you ever see anything in my stories that you guys want, you can either screenshot it and just take it right out of my stories, or if you want the Canva link so that you can update pictures or words or text or any of it, just shoot me a message. Because I don't have graphics created yet. Like you could definitely just talk about it and say, swipe here if you're interested. Like you don't necessarily have to have graphics, right? So that hasn't been a priority for me yet to create those graphics. I've got to focus on getting Jordan into Success Club. So if I get any created and they're in my stories, you can take them, or if I get some, I can always drop them in a chat pod too. So any other questions, comments, concerns? My pool's open. Should we have like a float day where everybody just comes to my house and we just float in the pool and talk business strategy? We could actually do a workout outside, get dripped in sweat, jump in the pool and roll onto a floaty and talk business all day. You could even bring kids so they could just play on the playset and they're not invited in the pool though. Not trying to get splashed. Temperature today. It's actually not that warm. As far as the pool goes, it's 72 right now. So it's like it's not hot. We had 80s last week, but
Oh, it sounds so nice. We've been hitting like 90 and above already, and I just want to die.
yeah, we don't, my windows are all open today. So all like the windows and doors, and there's like an actual breeze going through.
Ah, that sounds so nice. I'm always so jealous of y'all's summers. So bring shorts to Texas. It's so hot.
I don't even think it's spring shorts. I I was like sweating in places I didn't know I could sweat in Texas last year.
Yeah. No, it's just like just don't wear clothing. Just don't go outside. So, but
Oh,
I did see that we aren't going to be like walking to like two locations this time, that it's all going to be in one. So I think that'll help a lot.
it's all in one and we're in that hotel.
Yeah,
So
that'll be
last year
perfect.
we had to just go across the street, which
Yes.
wasn't terrible, but when you're going across the street on pure asphalt, it is terrible. It's like so hot.
Yeah.
This year
Well,
we're
it doesn't even matter if you're only out there for 2 minutes, like by the time you get across the street, you're like drenched in sweat. So I think it'll be a lot better. A lot better.
I'm excited. I actually
Yeah.
haven't looked at the weather yet, but
It's just gonna be hot. It's gonna be really hot. Harper's pumped though.
she looks
She's
so
ready.
excited.
So sweet.
She looks huge.
She's massive. She eats constantly. I'm not even kidding. She eats all the time. I'm shocked that she has remained like this through a whole hour.
Did you know?
I think she's probably over 10 pounds already. She's not in newborn clothes anymore. And
Oh,
Paisley was in newborn clothes for like 3 months. And I like cried yesterday because I was like, I really can't put her in the newborn clothes anymore. Like it's almost mean because I'm squeezing her in them because I'm sad that she's not, that she won't fit in them. But she's in a 3-month onesie now and she seems really happy in there. So my big girl, she's massive. She's a big one.
Macy had to take a fun fact to school today. It was like fact day, so they had to take a fact on a piece of paper. So I was just like Googling facts yesterday to find one for her. Do you know that the world's largest baby was born at 22 pounds?
Okay, but how'd they fit in there?
22, I can't remember the length. Was insane. Like, I can't even comprehend. I can't,
Massive.
like,
How does that even happen?
I don't
I
know.
feel like it doesn't seem humanly possible, but I guess so. That's a good fact. I love that you found that fact for her.
She didn't take that fact because I don't think that at
Oh,
first.
she did.
No, she took the fact that the only animal that cannot jump is an elephant.
No, I mean, makes sense.
First grade facts for the day.
Yeah, that's so funny. Oh, so sweet. First grade, can't believe that.
Oh, I know. Tasha, what's your What's happening over there? What's your summit status? I can't hear you, really quiet.
Can you hear me now?
You're quiet, but yes.
As of right now, I am not going. I bought the virtual ticket on Monday, but I see that you can still buy your actual ticket at the door. So there's hope. My mom and my mother-in-law are both out of town. They're out of state that weekend. So I was like, Mom, the boys just want to stay with you. And she's like, I'm in Tennessee. And I was like, come on. So there's hope. I'm not giving up yet, but I did buy my virtual ticket, so at least I can see the trainings, even if I don't go.
Will they like convert your virtual ticket or
No.
no? I think it's still really cool that you're gonna attend the trainings and stuff like that. I mean, they're very helpful. And yes, I have a meeting too. Oh, bye. See ya. The trainings are very helpful. And I think this year with the condensed summit schedule, they're gonna be even more targeted and more focused. And I'm not saying that there was bad trainings in the past, but Petra, some of them maybe weren't super fantastic. And I think that with this new condensed schedule, you won't have any of that ever feel like a waste of your time. There's going to be so much value in each of them that they're going to be worth attending. So, just that. So bad.
I could attend both of them, whereas if you were there, you can only attend one, correct? Or do you attend both of them when you're at summit?
So I think we just attend one, but I think they're the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the same thing, just given twice. I think. So. All right, I'm gonna stop this recording. I do have to hop on another corporate call because it's all I'm doing today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day.